landing in your own body. I don't know where else you would land, but imagine landing in your own body. I suppose like you could land in your imagination somewhere, I guess, which probably would be valuable too. But let's try and land in sensation, feeling what it feels like to be you in your body on the planet right now without judgment, just feeling into the feelings and letting go of the, oh, it should be this or it should be that, or it's not this or it's not that, but coming into like, oh, I feel hot, I feel cold, I feel pain, I feel whatever I feel. As yeah, there we have one more coming in. Um, and from there, before we do anything else, just turn your head from side to side. So you can be standing, you can be seated, any position that feels comfortable, turning your head from one side to the other, taking in the space around you as colors, shapes, uh, what else? Light, shadow. Noticing, seeing if you can take slightly different perspective on how you see the space. So if you're seeing it and going, oh my God, I need to clean that corner or that pile of papers, let go of that thought and come into, oh, look at the shape of this, look at the form. So we're coming into form. And also, as we're turning our head from side to side, we're giving our brainstem and our nervous system the information that we are safe and nothing horrendous is going to happen to us. Inshallah. We sure hope nothing horrendous is going to happen to us. Hold on for 1 second while I just adjust things a little bit. I'm going to do a quick little, well, I'll just leave it as it is. Okay. Did I do all my things? Yes, I did. Okay, coming in to your body, we're going to do some wrist stuff today. There has been a request for wrist stuff. Somebody online requested all this foot exercise stuff, like frontal view foot stuff. I'm like, I always feel like that sounds a little bit pervy. So if you are that person who's requesting that stuff and it's because you need to do it, tell me why if you are watching this, because I need to know more. Why do you need to do it like that? But let's start with breath and inhale, open, stretch out and up. And exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let it go. Shake out your face. See if you can relax your tongue, your teeth. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Deep breath in, open up, exhale, shake it out, shake it out. Shake and bounce. Shake and bake. Shake and bounce. Let it go. Don't shake and bake. Shake and bake was like a box of like chicken, fried chicken stuff that you put on chicken to shake and bake. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. But maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. Maybe shaking and baking is good. But what I want is shake and bounce. I don't know when that was. It was either the 70s or the 80s. Shake and bake. What are you having for dinner? Stuffing. I'm staying. These are just ads that we saw growing up. Circling, looking around behind you, just easy and loose. You can take your pelvis with you. If twisting hurts, then make it less twisty by bringing your body along for the ride. We're just getting that centrifugal force going out to our arms, inviting the blood out to those little teeny capillary beds in our fingertips, all the way out to the edges. You know what happens when our blood goes out to the edges? It's also massaging our nerves, our nervous system. Often our nerves, our vascular veins and arteries, our lymphatic is also often traveling together in a little bundle out to the edges of whatever, the edge into our organs, into our edges of our body. So we want to just invite the aliveness of all of that into our tissue. So really healthy. Bounce again, just easy bounce. If you feel like you can, give it a little jump, really gentle, like you're a spring. You're not trying to jump high. And if jumping hurts, then just give it a low bounce. But we're building density in our tissue and capacity when we jump or bounce. So it's actually really good for you to be doing this, right? Teaching your body to build structure, to build form, to build resilience also, because we're getting that bounce and we're getting our lymphatic system going as well, just by moving. All right. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited to be here today with you. And let's take it down to the floor in a cross-legged position. So I have had coffee this morning. That may be quite obvious, but I also went out for a walk run. I feel like I need a little bit more cardio in my life. So, and I usually walk in the morning. So instead of just walking, I'm adding running. But it's not like I'm going to go running for a long time. I run for a little while and then I walk for a little while. Learn getting the uh, cardio and the bone density, all the things that you get from that kind of impact on the ground, but also your lungs. I'm going to just go slow with this development, taking it to the side and forward, to the side and open it up. Side stretch, lengthening, head away from your tail, all the way around. Yeah, I really recommend a whole ecology of movement practices for your life. Like whether it's I walk, I swim, I stretch, or I run, I go to pole, I dance, whatever, whatever works for you, right? A whole bunch of things. It doesn't have to be just one thing that you do. It can be a lot of different things, balancing out all these different ways of being in your body. And then come into center and just round your spine and inhale. Lift and arch. Exhale. Hollow and curl. Inhale. Lift and arch. I have this drawing that I made probably like in kindergarten of it's me and I am Coyote Laura. And on it, I jump, I run, I play, I howl. These are the things that I do. I might pull it up and show it to you because it's actually really funny. It's really cute. Take it down. And I don't know, my mom saved it. So it's on our fridge right now. But that's what I was thinking as a little kid. And it's still true. And then roll it up. I run, jump, play, and howl. I do howl. Open it up. Taking a little slower, non-dominant leg is in front. Side stretch. Over your knee. Hang out there for a breath. Take it into center, and from here we're going to roll it up. So rolling up through center, taking it to the other side, side stretch. Head away from your tail, take it down towards your knee, bring it into center, roll it up, open it out, side stretch. We're going to go the whole way around this time. Take it to your knee, to the center, other knee, side stretch, open it up, going back, side stretch, to your knee, center, other knee, side stretch, and open. And then a little bit of mobility and release for your glutes and well, it's really for your femur head, the top bone of your thigh, the top of your thigh bone, your femur head up there in your hip socket. So as we're rolling across it, we're telling it to develop some strength to receive our weight, right? That's how our body is learning how to support us, right? By what we do, what we ask of it. So I'm going to spiral the whole way. Big lift, take it down to the floor, surrender, open it up, painting the rainbow. My one political statement that I will make right now is if you are not registered to vote and you live in the US, register to vote. Get the vote out. Go vote. Encourage the people that you know to vote. Have some agency in this world. Even if it doesn't feel like there is much, when we work together, we can make a difference. Okay, we're going to change it. We're going to let's take it down onto our backs on the floor. So coming down onto your back, surrender into the floor. Let your weight drop down. Let your bones drop into the floor. Breathe, soften, and then knee drops from side to side. So register to vote and then vote, right? It's not just register to vote and don't vote. It's register to vote and then go to the polls, vote. And if you want to take this a little deeper, you can, deeper into the spiral. Ah, yes, get that little adjustment in there. Another one. Teaching your body that it is safe to move. I actually have been working with some clients that feel like they really have to brace a lot just to be a person. So if we can soften some of that bracing and start to find that it can be safe to move, it can be safe to come into the ground. Start to bring your upper body with it so it's upper and lower working together, changing the pattern from a spiral into one half versus the other, just rolling back and forth. This can be as relaxed as you want, or it can be more engaged, letting yourself roll from side to side, getting this one half versus the other pattern. Relax your shoulders, your neck, and head as much as possible. So, really give yourself to the floor, give yourself to the gravitational pull of the earth. Part of gravity, it doesn't just pull us down, it also lets us grow. It allows our tissues to be the right form for us to exist on this particular planet, right? We are made here to be here. All right, let's open all the way up and then fold it in and close. Open it up and fold it in. Radiating away from center, opening up, fingers, toes, reaching out and away, and then coming back into yourself. Open, roll, fold it in. So we're developing a coordination here, right, as we go from side to side, as well as this extension radiating outward and then folding back in. Unfolding, opening it out, folding, bringing it in. Okay, we're going to stay on this side. We're going to make this more exciting. You're going to reach up, bring it in, open it up, fold it in. So the top half reaches up and down away from center, bring it in, open it up, roll it over, stretch it out, bring it in, open it up onto your side, stretch it out, bring it in, open it up onto your side, lengthen, bring it in, open and close, and lengthen, bring it in and open, and we'll just come into center. And we'll work our back and our hamstrings. So hands by your side, pelvis lifted, circles with your hips, mobilizing your spine, massaging out your shoulders. And ideally, you're kind of relaxed in your neck and jaw. So maybe your head is going to move a little bit, change direction, go the other way. Inviting vitality into your life. Movement is very much vitality, right? When we're not moving much, things get stagnant. It's not that we have to move all the time in the most intense ways, but we want to move in a variety of ways. Some really calming, slow, gentle stuff, and then some really, jumpy, runny, poundy stuff. Those are the technical terms. Let's go back up. You're going to interlace your hands behind your butt, walk your shoulders together, and then open wide and close it in. And if you haven't done any of the more intense work, you really want to start that slowly. So some people jump into something really fast and then they get injured and then they're like, see, I shouldn't have done it. And it's like, no, maybe you should have just started slower, taken your time, listen to your body. So yeah, with my run walk, I run for a few minutes and then I walk. And then I run for a few minutes and then I walk. And then after a while, my body was like, okay, that's enough of that. Just walk now. So I really listen to that so that I can continue to do it without hurting myself. And I can build capacity slowly. Inhale, open, exhale, closed. Inhale, open. Bring it into center. We're going to go tippy toes and then push down through your heels. Tippy toes, push down. Tippy toes, press. Tippy toes, press. Back of the body working. Tippy toes, press. Two more. Up and down. And last one, up and down. Open it out. Roll it down through your spine. Feel your body expanding and spreading out into the floor. Give it a wiggle, shake it out, let it go. And then take your legs up to the ceiling, shake them out. Shake out your arms, free flow in your body, letting go of the bracing, letting go of the armoring. so that the body, your body and your body mind have more flow. What does flow do? Makes you healthier. Open it up into a happy baby. See if you can find some happy baby in your happy baby. Is there some element of happy baby in the system that is you? Find the happy baby and tune into that level. A happy baby is not armoring, right? A happy baby doesn't have to tense up and grip. We learn all that behavior by how we're treated in the world, how much trauma and drama comes into our lives. And how we're treated through that it kind of affects how much we continue to hold on. If we're like comforted and like we learn, oh, it's the bad thing happened, but it's okay, you're actually safe, we can let go of that. But if we aren't, we start to hold more and more, most likely. Open your feet wider, internally rotate one leg at a time. There are a couple, there are a few different people who talk a lot about this stuff. One is Gabor Mate, who's amazing. And another one is Bessel van der Kolk, who has a book called The Body Keeps the Score. So this is how like trauma can come into our body and really grab on. But in my belief system, when we move gently and kindly with our body, would you kindly move your body? Yeah, anyway, that sounds really weird. That sounds like, could you please move out of here? But really, would you be kind to your own body? Internally rotate one leg at a time, feet are wide, spiraling in, learning to be kind in your self-talk, right? Don't tell yourself you're an idiot. Don't tell yourself you're too fat or this is wrong or that's wrong. It'll all be better when. We're in it right now. Be kind to yourself. And then take it and cross it. And that doesn't mean just everything's easy and mushy. It might be the kindest thing that you can do is do something hard for yourself, right? What is it? There's a piece of our brain that every time we do something that's challenging for ourselves, something that maybe we don't want to do but would be good for us, like maybe it's just eat broccoli every, I don't know, or kale or something like that, or maybe it's do something hard like go for a run or have a hard conversation with somebody that we're avoiding. Like every time we do that, we develop this little part of our brain. And the people who do well with that have actually a longer lifespan. This is all according to Andrew Huberman, which I'm sure is according to somebody else. But oh, it's the medial something cingulate. I saw it, like I just can't remember. I know what it looks like, I know where it is, but I can't remember what exactly part of it is. I'll look it up and write it in the comment in the description below. Good. Bring it in, take your knees in together and just circle. Massaging through your sacrum, massaging through your lower back, letting go. Yeah, so it's good for us to face some challenges, right? It feels good when we have completed them and we're building the muscle of integrity in a way to, do hard things. Come in circles with your knees. And this isn't hard things that are ultimately bad. This is hard things that are ultimately good for you. Change direction. And this we could know on a deep body wisdom level. So hopefully we're starting to learn to listen to that part of ourselves, because the culture and society is probably going to tell you something totally different. Roll it back and forth. Oh, this is what you should do. But if we start to listen to our own bodies more, the should might become very different. Like there is no should. Good. And let's flip over. Coming onto your hands and knees. I think I'm going to go on this diagonal. Let's see how this works, just to get this exercise so that you can see it. You're going to take your leg back, lift it up, carry it out to the side, touch it down. To the side, take it right behind you, lower down, and bring it in. We're going to alternate sides. Other leg back, lift, carry it to the side, lower down. Up, carry it to the back, touch it down, slide it in. Reach it out, lift, side, lower, up, to the side, in and down, out, lift, to the side, lower, up, to the side, in and down. Okay. 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 We'll get there. One more time. Up, to the side, down. The wrist exercises will be next. And lower. Other one. Up, to the side. Thank you for reminding me. And we'll take it there now. So we're going to do a few different wrist exercises. The first one we're going to do is here in this position. Let me back up so that you can see me. So that was hips that we were doing. Hips, butt, legs. Hands are going to be down. You're going to roll, pushing weight into your arms. So I'm not back on my legs so much as forward on my arms. Shoulders are connecting in. And I'm going to push into my forearms as I roll my hand down, roll open, roll down, roll open, down and open and down and open. We're going to add to that. You're going to roll over, lift up, lower down, roll it back, fold it into a fist, lower down, roll it over, push out through the heel of the hand, push down, roll it back into a fist, lower, out, lift, lower, in, out, lift, lower, in. This is our last one, and come up. And we'll do a little bit more here. So we're going to do sitting in any way that's comfortable for you. You're going to circle your hands out and then in, presenting and then enclosing, opening it up and bringing it in. Feel this connection all the way into your chest, right? Arms are the wings of the heart, the wings of the lungs. And we talked about those capillary beds going out to the edges of your fingers. So the arterial flow is going out, nourishing the body, and then they go out to those capillary beds. It's spreading its way out and it comes back in the venous flow, right? And so that is a detoxifier and a nourisher. So we want to think of that blood flow from the heart out to the arms, really connected. And we also want to think of the breath. So we could say that the arms are the wings of the lungs as well, right? This is the wing of this whole quadrant or my body. Take it into this circle out and in, imagining that you're slightly enclosing and then opening up in your upper body. So I can enclose and open. My scapula and my collarbones are part of this trip, as is my spine. Internal and external rotation. Internal rotation, open it up, bring it in, open up. It's interesting. I had a dream about this last night. I had a dream that I was teaching about opening up your heart and chest and being more expansive here. Like if we're kind of enclosed here, we're hiding, which I mean, sometimes we're just tired or we're spending too much time on our phone. But we also want to think of this opening coming from here outward. So it's this sense of radiation out from our midline, opening up, expanding out into the universe. We can come back in and enclose. We don't want to lock ourselves out there where we only do that. We want to have movement where we can open and close. So let's just do that with our arms. So you're going to come into center, open, radiate out to your fingertips, wiggle your fingers so you awaken that edge of your body. Bring it in, elbows folding in, coming in, radiate out, open up, wiggle your fingers. Elbows folded in, come in, open it up. Wiggle your fingers, open your chest, open your heart. Everything's okay. You can be seen. It's safe. Bring it in. Enclosing, nourishing, radiating out, reaching out into the world, sending out your messages, receiving the messages from the world, bringing it in and opening it out, right? This is very much presentation here and also vision, right? Our arms can talk about like where we are. Like if it's down here, this is like sort of the grotesque area, everything down by my pelvis. In here, I am sharing, caring my information with you. Truth. Up here, vision. This is what I could see happening. Up here, transcendence. Up to the gods or receiving from the gods. So just when we move our body in that way, there are messages that we are giving to the rest of the world about who we are. I'm down here in my stuff. Who am I? P. Diddy. Gotta say that. I just had to add that. I can't tell you how much P. Diddy information is coming through randomly. Anyway, so it's not to say you can't get into your whatever business, but and all like where you're presenting from. Is it open and expansive? Is it closed off? How are we gesturing in the world? All right, so from there, we're going to do this thing with our hands. You want to have access to your forearm. I'm just going to talk about it really quick. We have two bones in our forearm, our radius and our ulna. So radius is this one, ulna is this one, that bone that's your funny bone, that bone. Radius crosses over the ulna. So right now they are parallel. When I do that, the radius crosses over. You can kind of see it in there. This bone is going over, right? So when I rotate in or rotate out, radius crosses over. Now it opens out, crossing over, opening out. And there's that space in between there, especially as we spend a lot of time on our phones and on our keyboards, can be really rough on our wrists. Even bicycling can be hard on your wrists. I got carpal tunnel from riding my bike around the city, but I had like a mountain bike and it was just putting a lot of impact into my wrists. I changed to the grandma handlebars and I was fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one hand, and it's like you're putting on a really tight glove. Your hand and arm is the glove, and you're just going to pull down up to your elbow. You can put it on a few times. You're basically pulling the tissue, pulling the fascia in towards you. It's almost like I have a little claw hand. I don't have nails, or I don't have long nails, so I can really grab. But even if I did, I'm grabbing with my fingertips. So it's like that. Tree frog hands, grabbing, pulling in. Okay. And then we're going to change it. We're going to pull in the other direction. So same thing, pulling towards your fingertips, pulling towards your fingertips. Same thing, hand just pulling out, right? So we pulled one way, now we're pulling the other way. And then we're going to do a different one. You're going to hold on and you're going to internally and externally rotate. So this hand is doing a little bit of pickle jar opening, but this one inside is also internally, externally rotating. Massaging all of that tissue. As we're doing this, still consider that this is the wing of the heart, right? We're mobilizing our veins, our arteries, our nerves, not super intensely. Like we want to think that this is more like fascia, which the veins and arteries and nerves are routed through. Fascia, muscle, fluids, that's what we're getting. So that was that massage in and out. Don't kill yourself. Feel into what is the appropriate tension level for you. Then we're going to come down. My hand is cupping my hand, my thumb is here, and I'm just going to circle inside my hand. You can see as I'm circling this thumb, my fingers are responding to that. And I'm kind of going to go across this part of my thumb. The sun is right there, this part of my thumb. So circling in that lower layer. And then shake it out, shake it out. Now I have to remember what we did. For the other hand, first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull. It's like you're pulling on the glove. Kind of the claw tree frog fingers pulling in and up in the tissue all around, all the sides of your arm. And then I'm going to go the other way. Yeah, as soon as I started doing that, my arm was like, no, go the other way. So sometimes your body will tell you, I don't need that. That doesn't feel good. Go the other way. And you just have to listen, especially up here, right up here. My body's like, no, I really need to be pulled out in the other way. And that little chubbo part of my forearm muscle, which is probably getting a lot stronger from pole dancing. And then I'm going to go, I'm just massaging it. But the next thing is the twist, twisting back and forth. So depending on what's going on in your wrist or in your forearm or in your hand, you may go, oh, this one really is helpful. This one, not so much. You always want to listen to your own body as the most intelligent source of what's happening. Because it really is the part that knows, right? That the body is feeling the thing. So we're listening into that. And you can do the pickle jar in both directions, and then hand, thumb into the hand, circles, little circles. And I'm really cupping the hand. It feels like this hand feels very supported by the other hand. Circles along that ridge of the thumb. And doing this is making me like slow down and come into my own body, really feeling that feedback loop of touching and being touched at the same time. Ah, slow down, rest, digest, soothe, and settle. Put your phones down as much as you can, right? Step away from the keyboard. So when we're on our phones, and Anthony reminded me of this, when we're looking at our phone for a long time, we inhibit our breath. We, especially small screens, we inhibit our breathing. So we want to remember to take a deep breath. Normally, we take a deep breath, I think once every 5 minutes, we do like a but if we're on our phone, we stop doing that. So we want to remember to do that. That reopens the little alveoli at the bottom of our lungs and expands them up again so they don't get too gooey and closed. So really that wings of the lungs thing. Bring it in, let it out. Let's just do a couple of big breaths like that. We can stand up or sit down for this. And we're gonna like open your biggest inhale as if you're pulling it out and then squeezing it in through your nose, out through your mouth. Deep diaphragmatic breathing. As if you have a big bellows or a big accordion in your arms. And then shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, let it go. And we're going to take it back down to the floor. And we're going to go back to where we were on our forearms in this cat cow or in this quadruped. We're going to do a cat cow. Curl your toes under, arch, top of the feet to the floor, curl. If you can, round and lift your knees off the floor. Drop your knees. Arch. If you can, pick up your knees. Drop your knees. Tops of the feet to the floor. Curl your spine. If you can, lift up. Drop it down. Arch. Stick out your butt. Stick out your chest. Lift your knees. Drop. Curl. Lift. Drop. Arch. Lift. Drop. Curl. Lift. Drop. Arch. Lift. Two more. Last one. And come down. Arms out in front of you. Stretch out through your fingers. Walk your fingers out on your mat. So you're going to be in your child's pose. You're going to walk your fingers out and then retract your scapula and your fingers are going to draw down. Walk your fingers out. Retract your scapula, widen, and spread your hands. Walk them out. Draw it in. Shoulders drop down. Armpits widen. Walk it out. Draw it in. Last one. Walk it out. Draw it in. And release. Come up. Let's just do one more thing here. You're going to internally rotate one side and then the other, all the way into your shoulder. So reaching out through your fingers. This is your moment of taking a jazz dance class without actually getting up off the floor. Internal spiral, external spiral. It may be like go gently. I have a big range of motion here because I do this regularly and I'm a dancer. But if it's not so much for you, go gentle. Don't go gently into that dark night. Or is it do go gently into that dark night? Or do I have my quote entirely wrong? Go gently into your body. Be kind. All right, let's take it onto our stomach, all the way down on your mat. Got to rearrange some things in here. And all the way down. Whoa. Bend your knees. Let your legs fall from side to side. Wag your tail. Imagine you have a big fluffy tail and you are very happy. So free up your butt, your sacrum, let this massage out your quads. And then tops of the feet to the floor, hands next to your chest. You're going to do a baby cobra and bring it back down. Head reaches away from your tail. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And one more. And then we're going to change it to a cobra circle. Head goes towards your ear, goes towards your shoulder, up the middle to the other shoulder, bangs to the floor. We're going to do 3 in each direction. Go as high as feels good to you. And then change direction other way. Last one. And relax. Head on your hands, head down, press up and down, relax your knees, relax your body. Imagine that you're just a bowl of Jello. Jiggle and relax, let go. A non-judgmental bowl of Jello. Easy inner body, letting go of any bracing, any armoring. Just be fluid and relaxed. And then we're going to go opposite arm to leg, but we're going to do it by lengthening out. So you're going to find that diagonal, lengthen it, lift, lower down. Other side, it lengthens along the floor, it lifts and comes down. Lengthen the diagonal, lift, come down. Lengthen, lift, come down. Long diagonal, then up, down. Reach, lift, and lower. Reach, lift, and lower. Reach, lift, lower, reach, lift, lower, reach, lift, lower, reach, lift, and relax. Hands next to your chest, come all the way up. If it feels good to bend your knees, or if you want to try it, bend your knees, trying to touch your toes to your head. Let's do that like 2 or 3 times. If it doesn't feel good, just come up like this. I don't know, to me, this has started to be like one of my favorite stretches. And then take it into a child's pose. Let go. Wiggle around in your child's pose. Free up your spine. Free up your head, tail. Let it go. Relax. Wiggle. Soften. Shift your weight back towards your heels and come up. Take your arms out in front of you. Come back in here. Hands together in prayer. Push your hands together. And then fingers pushing together. And then you're going to go over the back. Push your hands together. And then knuckles pushing together. Hands pressing together. Fingers pressing together. Over the back. Push together. Push together. Then you're going to interlace your fingers, pull out. So you're opening up. If your fingers let go, your hands are going to really shoot wide. So fingers are holding on in this position. Arms are going to go over your head, circles. Arms are pulling away. Free up your rib cage, lungs, heart, let it move. So we're mobilizing that whole chest, lungs, heart, thorax area. Change direction. But really, your whole spine has some freedom. Working in a range of motion that feels good. So it doesn't have to be huge. It could be kind of smaller. Work with what feels good. Good. And then release that. Take your hands out in front of you. Pull away. Fingers. Fingers are still connected and holding on, and arms are trying to pull out to the side. Drop your shoulders down. Lengthen your spine. Lift your chest. And then release. Push out. Drop your shoulders. Pull. Slowly change it. Bend the elbows. Reach it out. Bend the elbows so I'm pulling with my fingers. Push. Pulling. And relax. Let that go. Just circle your shoulders. Free it up. Let it go. So that could, you're working your muscles. I talk about letting go of armoring and stuff like that. It doesn't mean that when we're working, we're not working our muscles. We're engaging and then we're releasing. We're engaging and we're releasing. So we're not driving the car with the brakes on. We're not engaging the muscles and then trying to, we're letting them go. We're letting it soften. Muscles have to be able to do 3 things essentially, and sometimes more than that, but basically engage and work, stretch and lengthen, and then just be loose and natural. Like in a natural muscle state, it's not engaged. It's not depending on the muscle. There are certain muscles that are working more, but most of the time our body muscles are engaging, releasing, engaging, releasing. They're not just gripping. So if we have kind of that tendency, which in the West a lot of people do, to really hold their body in a certain way, it loses its dynamic flow. So the dynamic means changing, right? And flow is dynamic and changing. So we want to try to see if we can just take off the backpack of stress, leave it aside, even if it just lowers a little percentage, is be very helpful for our whole body. All right. I feel like I've been going on and on for a long time here, which I have. But let's do this. It's going to be a little bit downward dog with spinal stuff. So if that's hurting in your wrists, you can come into, can we do it this way? Yes, we can. We can do it in a forearm, from our forearms. So we may go back and forth with this. Come into your downward dog, bend one knee, bend the other, stretch out your calf and Achilles. And then you're going to lift your heels high, scoop your belly in, round your spine, take it forward into your plank. Drop your head, push, roll it up to the ceiling, lower your heels. If you can, drop your elbows to the floor, lift your heels. You may have to walk your feet back. Roll it forward into a plank. Drop your head, roll it up, walk your heels in, straighten up. This is hard. Lift, roll it forward, find your plank, drop your head, roll it up, lower your heels. If you can, drop your elbows. Walk your feet back a little bit, lift your heels, scoop your belly in, roll it forward. This is hard. Drop your head, roll it up, lower your heels, straighten your arms and come down. Oh, discovery. Shake it out, let it go. Just going from here to here, this is challenging, but this is a good exercise. So I don't want to do a whole bunch of those because they can also be kind of hard on your shoulders. I just want to show it as something that you could try on your own. Let's just take it down onto our backs. And we didn't really do a whole lot of abs. Not abs when we were on our backs. We did them in other ways, but let's just do arms over your head. You're going to take a deep breath in. On the exhale, legs up to the ceiling, lowering them down to 45 degrees or lower. And then inhale, float the arms up, legs up to the ceiling, lower it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, reach it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep breath in. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Reach out through your fingertips. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep breath in. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep breath. Last one. Up. Take it down. 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. And turn your head from side to side. Free it up. Wag your tail. Shake it out. Press your pelvis up. Big lift. Then just your toes. Toes lift off and lower. Toes up. Toes down. Toes up. Toes down. Toes up, toes down. Lift, flex your foot. So foot comes off except for your heel, and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and roll it down through your spine. Both legs up, arms up, shake it, shake it, shake it. Let everything release. Take it down. We're going to roll backwards and forwards and come up. I really want to do tandus. So we are going to do those just to the side because I feel like it is one of the best exercises for your legs. So we're going to come up and we're going to do ballet tandus standing. You're going to have your feet together, turn them out so that you can do it without adjusting, right? You just open and turn out from there. Let's take the arms out to the side. You're holding the space. You're going to take your foot through the ball of the foot, point your toes, ball of the foot, legs together. Ball of the foot, point your toes, ball of the foot, legs together. ball, toes, ball, close, ball, toes, ball, other side, ball of the foot, point, ball of the foot, in, ball of the foot, point, ball of the foot, in, ball, toes, ball, close, ball, toes, ball, close. Let's take our arms up over our head, so fifth position. Back to the right side, you're gonna go ball, toes, lift, touch, ball, close, ball, toes, lift, touch, ball, close, ball, toes, lift, touch, ball, close, ball, toes, lift, touch, ball. Other side, ball of the foot, point, lift, point, ball of the foot, together, ball, toes, lift, touch, ball, close, ball, toes, lift, touch, ball, close. Last one, ball, toes, lift. I skipped it. I skipped the ball part. I could feel my body just want to go boop, out and in, but it's good to go slow. We're going to bend our knees and straighten, press it up, lower down, bend, straighten, push, and lower. Knees over the toes, straighten, press, lower, over the toes, straighten, press into parallel. We're going to come in. Actually, let's just go knees and feet under your hips. Plie, straighten, press up, and lower. Knees over your toes, straighten, press, and lower. Knees, straighten, press, and lower. Knees, straighten, press, and lower. Bend your knees, open your feet wide, drop it down, shift from side to side, bending one side, bending the other, let it go. Can you tell I miss teaching ballet? I know my body needs it. I need to be doing more. Bring it in, roll it up. But I feel like it does stuff for your legs that nothing else does. Like there's nothing else that's going to work your foot, calf, and shin in that way. There just isn't. It's not going to do the same thing. Highly valuable stuff. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Bounce, let it go. Relax your shoulders. One more. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, right? We're developing like agility. We're developing ways of, or the capacity to move with more skill. Like that's what's so valuable about learning movement of any kind, is that you get more flow, you get more skill, you get more agility. Super important. And we think, oh, that doesn't matter. It does. It matters in how the tissue develops, how you age, how you respond to the world, right? It's hot, or oh, it's happening. So that's my little spiel for you today. If you are there in TV land, like and subscribe for the love of God, and register to